teach you how to play Katarina for Season 6. For skill order, I go W always. W is really good. It has good base damage and it really complements the playstyle of my Katarina in general. I feel like it's better laning tool than Q, and it has better overall sustain damage, so you deal more damage over time. So I feel like that's a lot more useful than Q. For summoner spells, I go Flash and Teleport. Flash is just a given, really good spell. For Teleport, I feel like it's really good on Cat because Cat doesn't have a really good laning phase, and you basically use it to control your lane and to put pressure all around the map. And it's good, like, if you're just sitting in lane, then you can just TP bottom while their mid laner is still mid lane. You can just TP bottom, get a free gank, and get free double kills, and get fed, and stuff like that. So, for my runes, I go Magic Pen Quints, Magic Pen Glyphs, and Magic Pen Marks. Helps per level steals. I value Magic Pen a lot. Cat has really good base damage. It helps you scale, helps your early game, especially if you max W, and it's just good overall. It's not good for laning, but you can replace the Quints, the Magic Pen Quints, for AP Quints to improve your laning a little bit better. But overall, this is the rune page I use. For Masteries, I go 0, 18, 12, going into Thunderlord's Decree and Insight. The reason why I don't go Ferocity is I think Cat doesn't necessarily need this. The damage is good, but it's not necessary. I feel like getting a little tanky in the Resolve tree helps your laning, and it helps you play more aggressive because you're more tanky. And on top of that, you get the Insight, which reduces the cooldown of summoner spells by 15%. That's really good for Flash and Teleport. You'll have more teleports, and it kind of nullifies the nerf a little bit, so I just think it's a really good thing to have. And Thunderlord's Decree is basically like a tiny Ludens, and people don't expect it, and it's really good. Especially when you're going in, try to get the reset, this helps a lot. So, yeah, it's overall a good mastery. For item set, I go Corruption Potion first. I think it's a good replacement for Flask, and it does damage, and it's a refillable potion. I feel like it's really strong, and it can help you sustain the first few minutes of the game, and then you go back and teleport back in with more items. So I just think it's a good way to just start off the laning phase. Against AP, I go Abyssal into Gunblade. Against AD, I go Zhonya's into Gunblade. And against matchups that you think you're confident in and you don't need the resist, you go Ludens into Gunblade. And then after that is situational. For the situational items, you can either build like the Abyssal, Zhonya's, Ludens, Voice Staff, whatever you need. But there's more situational items than that. For Rallies, you build it if you need that to survive the initial extra burst that they have, and it's good to have the slows. Magi's is a very risky item to buy. I say it's not consistent, it shouldn't be bought every game, so buy at your own risk. Death Cap is an expensive buy. It's really expensive now. It's 3,800 compared to the other AP items, so I say you could only. It's a good item. It makes you really strong. Just only buy it when you're rich enough. Merc Treads if you have a lot of CC. If the enemy team has a lot of CC, and it's relatively not that bad to buy if you have the Magic Pen Quints, because then you still kind of have the damage to kill the enemies. So it's okay to build Merc Treads if they have a lot of CC. And Banshees and GA are just good, maybe like defensive item choices to have, just in case you need to survive the burst or whatnot. So yeah, that was my Katarina guide.